Today, our topic is the bisection method using C and C++. Now, before we start the bisection method using C and C++, at first we are discuss about the algorithm and flowchart of the bisection method. What the bisection method is? The bisection method is also known as the bracketing method. Once again, it is also known as the bracketing method. And another name also of the bisection method is the Bolzano method. Now, what the bisection method is? The bisection method is used to find the real roots of a nonlinear equation. The process is based on the intermediate value theorem. According to the theorem, if a function fx is equal to 0 is continuous in an interval ab, the range of the root, such that fa and fb are of opposite nature or opposite sign, then there exists at least one or an odd number of roots between a and b. Suppose a1 and b1 is the first kind of range. Then we have the middle point of that particular range, and then we are proceeding to the next range. Suppose that is a2 and b2. And once again we are finding the mid value of that particular range, and finally we converge to the root of the function or the equation. As we use the bracket also here, so that is also known as the bracketing method. So what are the features of bisection method? The first one, the type is closed bracket. The number of initial guesses are 2. The convergence is linear. The rate of convergence is slow but steady. The accuracy is good and the programming effort easy. Approach to the middle point. Let's start with the algorithm of the bisection method. So according to the bisection method algorithm, we start at first, then we read the x1, x2 and e, small e. x1 and x2 are the initial guesses. That means the range of the root, and e is the absolute error, that is the desired degree of accuracy. Then we compute f1 as fx1 and f2 as fx2. That means the function or the linear equation or the algebraic equation or the transcendental equation has been given. To find out the root, we put the value of x1 and x2 there. If they are of opposite sign, then we can proceed. That means we are getting the range. So here, if f1 into f2 is greater than 0, that means we are not getting the opposite sign. So that's why it is giving us greater than 0. Then we display the initial guesses are wrong and we go to 11, means we stop the program. Otherwise, we continue. We continue, find the mid value, that means small x, and that one is the range by 2, x1 plus x2 by 2. If we have the relative error, that third bracket refers to the modulus sign. That means x1 minus x2 upon x is less than e. Then we display the x and go to 11. That means once again we stop here. Or else f is equal to fx. That means we once again put the mid value in the function that has been given, all the algebraic equation on the transcendental equation. If we have f into f1 greater than 0, then we get the next range. That means x1 is equal to x and put f1 is equal to f. Otherwise, else we put the x2 as x and f2 as f. Then once again we go to the step number 5. That means now the loop continues with new values. Let us discuss the bisection method with the flowchart. Let's check the flowchart here. We start and we define the function, that means the fx. Then we get the value of interval ab, the error and the iteration. We initialize I, that means the iteration, with 1. We call the subrouting bisect, or we find the middle point. If f mid is less than 0, that is proceeding as es, then we put b is equal to x. B is the subroutine here, and b is equal to the subrouting bisect, and x is equal to a plus b by 2 and iteration plus plus. Then we print the iteration and the x1 and we return. Otherwise, a is equal to x. Finally, we check is absolute value of the x1 minus x is less than the a error or not. If that is yes, then we proceed to the x. X means we print the iteration value and the x1. Is absolute value of the x1 minus x is less than a error? No. Then we proceed if that checking the condition iteration is greater than I. If that is yes, then we proceed to the y. That means once again we start from the condition is f mid less than 0. If that is no, then we print the solution does not converge, and finally we stop. So that is the algorithm and the flowchart of the bisection method. So now we will proceed with the C programming and the C++ programming to solve the bisection method.